They were discovered in 1992 by a team of Italian scientists, right? Maybe you could just lay that out for us.
Yeah, so it was a group of basically motor control neuroscientists. They were studying reaching and grasping in macaque monkeys, and a very well-known, renowned research group that has done some excellent work in that area. And they were just studying how monkeys take a visual shape information about an object and use that to guide reaching actions, essentially. So very interesting work. And they noticed in the middle of an experiment that cells started firing when the researchers reached in and grabbed the objects that they were using as part of the experiment. So in between trials, they would swap out one object for another, and they started to notice that the cells would fire during the reaching and grasping part. And that was interesting because no one had ever seen motor cortex cells responding to actions. They respond to the presence or observation of objects, that was already known, but never actions. And so they got pretty interested in this and then set up these experiments to document how consistent this was, and that was the discovery of mirror neurons. They weren't called mirror neurons then.
No, right. But I guess the exceptional part had to do with the fact that the monkeys didn't have to perform these actions themselves, right? It was the mere observation of it.
It was the observation of it that caused it, which, you know, in the broader context, observing things can cause motor cells to activate. That was part of the paradigm that they were studying. You could present a simple object, a cylinder or something, to the animal, and motor cortex cells would respond in interesting ways. But here was an action that the cell would respond to, and that was new and different. And yeah, so.
And of course, when discoveries are made in primates or in other animals, it only takes 5 minutes for the whole world to transfer those observations to human beings, typically.
Well, yeah, oftentimes when we're studying macaques and other animal models, it is not necessarily to understand how that particular species solves problems in their world. It's to understand how brains in general, and in particular our brains, solve these complicated problems.
Right. And I do want to get into so how the scientific community responded to this finding. But I just want to make it so once they made this the initial observation and they started looking into it, they pursued it, I assume pretty eagerly. But these neurons, they don't fire in all cases, right? Is it correct to say that if the monkeys were watching an unknown behavior, nothing happened, right?
Yeah. So, well, they were obviously trained to, perform tasks and to do this. So it was within a set of behaviors that the monkeys were familiar with already. Right. In those initial studies, they tried control conditions, like seeing if the cells would respond to grasping of objects with tools, something that the monkeys hadn't seen before. And they didn't respond to that. They didn't respond to, kind of waving the hands around, generally.
Right. So, and just for the record, these monkeys aren't tool-using monkeys. I mean, that might be
in the wild. No, I don't believe they are. And yeah, later on, they were actually discovered if you train them enough, so-called mirror neurons will respond to tool actions, which they thought was very interesting. It's a little complicated. So.
It's complicated, but it does sort of imply that if the behavior is familiar, that's what potentially triggers something, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask for 34 seconds of your time to listen to my pitch here. Have you ever wanted to start an online business? Well, ClickFunnels is a one-stop solution where you can build product pages, sales pages, accept payments, manage domains, create powerful marketing campaigns, and even send out your products. It truly is a one-stop solution for your business empire. I've used it since 2017, and you can try it for free for 14 days. Just click my referral link below. And even if you just go for the free trial, you can spend that time studying all their video courses. You can actually gain a significant knowledge about sales and online marketing strategies just by using their free resources. And it's all very tangible and practical. Again, please use my link in the show notes below. Cheers.